In this second inverse function video, we're going to look at composite functions as well as inverse functions, looking at both at the same time. So here we have an f of x equals x plus 4, and then a g of x equals x minus 4. And then we're going to take and see if the inverse of f of x is equal to g of x. So we're going to take the inverse function of f of x and see if that equals this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute a y for the f of x, just for simplicity. Now I'm going to just switch the y and the x to do the inverse function, as similar to what we did in our first video. So in place of y I'll put an x, and in place of x I'll put a y. And then I have, so x equals y plus 4. Now I'll solve for y, so subtract 4 from each side, and I have y is equal to x minus 4. Well, that's what g of x is, so it turns out that the inverse function of f of x is equal to this g of x function. Okay, so let's look at another example. On this one we have f of x equals x to the 5th power. And we have g of x is the nth root, or the 5th root of x. Another way to write this would be x to the 1/5. Alright, so let's take the inverse of this function. So to do that, I'll start out with y equals x to the 5th. And now to find the inverse, I'll switch the x and the y. So in place of y I put the x, and in place of x I'll put the y. So we have x equals y to the 5th. Now I need to get y by itself, so to counteract this y to the 5th, I'm going to have to take it to the 1/5 power, both sides. 1/5 times 5 is 1, so that cancels that out. But if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other, x to the 1/5. So I end up with x to the 1/5 is equal to y, or y equals x to the 1/5. Alright, so and another way to write that is just the 5th root of x. So yes, it does, the inverse of this function does equal g of x. So we've shown that.